Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Whatever side of the diaspora that you may be on, let me welcome you to the dang on mental house where we come and dump all this crazy stuff that goes on out there. Doesn't matter where you at, cause crazy shit is universal. Okay? It is universal. Narcs are everywhere. The system is a system of narcissism, okay, and a system of humiliation, degradation, and um, mental illness. So it is up to you, and it is incumbent upon you to stay above the fray. Or you remember how we talked about earlier, um, whatever, however we see things. If we look at it like an ocean, we can see the activity going up, all this chaos, racism, sexism, feminism, um, politics, religion, sex, war, God, economics, entertainment, and financial. Everything is on top. That's all that activity. Our job is to go down like a deep scuba diver because the deeper you get into the ocean, the more quieter it becomes. And it allows you time to just get so quiet and so peaceful that you can navigate a little more clearly through a universe of madness. Okay, because it's not all bad. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, right? But trust me, make sure you take care of yourself. Love yourself. Because there's a lot of institutions out here that really cater to you destroying yourself and how you feel about yourself. Somebody sent me uh it's too funny, an application, or yeah, I think that's what it is, an application that they got off the internet that women are asked when they ask for AFDC or public assistance help for their children. And now in my generation, if we didn't graduate from high school, we didn't. We had to go to summer school, and then you brought your grade point up, and then you was able to graduate. There was none of this. Okay, you can walk across the stage anyway, and I'm going to give you a piece of paper and lie like you did. See, all of that is just help to me perpetuate the mental illness, and it makes it acceptable. To me, it does. It makes evil fair seeming. Okay, so because there's nothing wrong with the child knowing that he missed the mark and you get a second chance, and that is to go to summer school. That elevates the person, and it also gives them a better work ethic, looking in hindsight, right? Okay, but no, y'all rather lie in this new generation, which I call the dummy down generation. And it's not their fault. It's what society has done for all intents and purposes to take advantage of it. That's all. Um, but this application is really soul murdering to me. It's designed to break your spirit. Now, and I know that there's a lot of people that think that public assistant, because in this transcends color line, so don't think it's just black people, because more white folks are on food stamps than black. Okay, let's get that straight first of all. But there's generation after generation after generation, and they think that public assistant is just a way of life, right? So, what may humiliate me, and not just because I'm full of my ego, but because I'm like, some of these questions you shouldn't even be asking, because first of all, they're none of your damn business, and it's real personal. And you know how it feels for somebody to rape you? Nobody should take nothing from somebody that they're not willing to give. Some of these questions feel like an intellectual rape. Okay? And some people, they've been humiliated by life, by the system, or by a grid that's been set so low that this shit seems normal. It's okay. And so m- m- my job is to say, listen, no, it wasn't always like that. You gotta lift yourself up out of this mud, out of this Mari clay. You gotta do it first on an intellectual level, because these kind of questions are unacceptable, and coming from a stranger because you need help is totally unacceptable, because there's something inside of you that can um, hold on. There's something inside of you that, in my opinion, has to click and let you know that these questions are not normal. Can I just say it like that? These questions ain't cool. These questions aren't cool at all. And you should be humiliated to be asked these questions. Let me just start and read it. Shut up. When did you begin dating the father of your child? Now, in my opinion, that's a pretty normal question. If I was asking for uh, aid to help me feed myself and my child because my wife or my husband, my significant other ran away and left us, then these are that particular question I wouldn't find invasive, intrusive, or humiliating. Um, when and where did you first have sex with the father of your child? What city and state? Um, that's personal. That's personal. Okay. Um, maybe some of y'all is not. So my thing is, this is the gap here. To me, that's very invasive, intrusive. How about this one? Please give the name and addresses of friends and family or anyone else who has seen you with the father of your child. So, because some of y'all run amok so much sexually that I guess that, you know, these questions are based on the circumstances that they have people coming in there with, right? I'm hoping. Uh, did you ever register at a hotel or a motel with the man? Name and addresses of anyone who saw you guys going to the hotel or knew you were there. Did the father use birth control methods? If so, what type of birth control methods did he use? When was the last date of your last period? This is what you want me to put down on my application. I'm not gonna say anything else because it's really hard for me, as y'all can see. That's my ADHD kicking in. Was father informed of pregnancy? Who heard him be informed? Who heard him be informed? So it couldn't have been a situation where we had dinner and we went out somewhere and I decided to tell him that he was going to be a father. You want to know who heard? Maybe it happened in my apartment. Maybe it happened in. Does the child resemble the father? Has father ever claimed child on his tax returns? Did you have sex with any other one the month before or the month after you became pregnant? If yes, give the names. That came from Maury Povich. Did you and the father ever lived together? Who saw you living with the father? What are their names and addresses, of course, and phone numbers? Why do you believe this person is the father of your child? I think that's an acceptable question. Did you participate in anal sex with the uh, father of your child? Did you participate in group sex with the father of your child? Name and phone numbers of other people who know. I guess that must have been at the group sex picnic. Okay, that's enough. That's gone far enough. If any one of these questions are acceptable to you on either level, either that people is living like this and it's acceptable and that's just the way it is, that means you're living below the grid, you know. Um, and you're gonna have to step up. We're gonna have to step it up. Secondly, if these questions, if you are trying to rebuild your self-esteem and you got caught in a bad situation and somebody are asking you questions like this, I don't know what to tell you other than to go to that deep ocean place and breathe real deep, because you got to feed your baby. Or you better do some day work or do something. I don't know what else to tell you. But obviously, if you were there, if you are here, it's because you need this help. But it seems amazing to me that none of this scrutiny is done on our tax dollars when it comes to any other entity, like the police department killing people or the military just bombing all the countries. Nobody is under this type of scrutiny. We don't need, but to get a few dollars to feed a baby, get a few dollars to feed a baby, you got to be asked these kind of questions, and the recipients of it are so soul murdered that they think it's normal. All right, I gotta go. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. I'll be back a little later, right here in the mental house. Bye bye.